I've been thinking a lot, and I want a divorce.
What? You haven't come home for 3 days. Now you're asking for a divorce from me.
It's not my fault because you make me not want to come home. You are really boring. Go home for what when you're the only one there?
Well, we have no children or anything else living with us. Who else are you looking forward to seeing here?
I am sick and tired of being your wife. I don't want to do this anymore. I have endured this life too long. So, can we divorce?
Okay. If you want a divorce so badly, agree to forego any alimony.
What? What?
And I don't share our assets with you. I'll keep all of them to myself. You spent $15,000 dating other men. Even if we split our assets, you still owe me money.
You really are selfish. I deserve my share of the property.
No, you're the one being selfish. I know you're in another man's place right now.
What? How do you know that?
You didn't hide it. I mean, you just posted a story in his kitchen on Instagram.
No. Wait. I'll be right back so we can talk about this directly. Can you wait at the apartment?
Sure. You can go back, but I won't be there. I packed up my stuff and left.
What? Why?
I also ended my lease, so you should pack your stuff and clean the apartment. Your precious Gucci and Prada bags will be thrown away if you don't bring them out of the apartment. I told the host to throw out anything left there by Monday.
Why are you doing this to me? Tomorrow is Monday.
Well, you should hurry up and start packing.
You are an asshole. This is not fun at all.
Well, if you have any more questions, you can ask my attorney. He will get in touch with you soon.
This is the reason why I hate you so much.
10 years later. Hi, Liam. Since you disappeared 10 years ago without a trace, finding you was not easy.
Oh, is that you? I'm wondering when will I hear from you?
You sound like you're expecting me. Do you miss me?
No, but a friend of mine told me that he gave you my contact info. He said you told him that you miss me so much and want to make up with me. You even told him I made up stories to make him feel sorry for you. He apologized to me by phone.
My story is not entirely made up. The sad part is the truth. Do you know how sad you have made me when you left me? And your friend shouldn't be apologetic to you. Shouldn't we both be grateful to him for bringing us together?
I am not grateful at all for what he did. I was furious when he told me.
But why?
How can you ask me that? I would like to ask you why you are contacting me after all these years.
Huh. Why do you act like this? Oh, I understand. You're angry because it took me so long to get back in touch. I'm sorry. It took a long time to find you.
What?
You may be found easier, so it's not my fault. Or are you mad at yourself for having lost contact with me? And you're blaming me now? Am I right?
I never wanted to contact you again since we got divorced. I deleted all of your contact information and made it impossible for you to find me. I changed my email address for you.
Yes. So you mean you regret deleting all my contacts, right?
What? Are you crazy? No, that's not all I'm saying. Why are you still contacting me now? We divorced because you cheated on me. What makes you think I want to contact you again?
But you still love me, don't you?
No, I hate you.
You regret letting me go with another man, don't you? And you always want me to come back. During the last 10 years, you worked so hard to get where you are now.
What are you saying?
You don't have to hide it from me. I know you're not very good at expressing your true feelings, but I can tell you're still thinking about me. So don't worry. I know all about you.
No, really, what the hell are you talking about? I still don't understand why you're trying to get back at me. I think everything between us ended when we got divorced.
So I was right after all. You regret thinking that I ended up with you and abandoned me. But we can still make up for those years by starting our relationship over.
No, I did not mean that. I think our relationship ended well, and I'm glad it did.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I don't want to see or hear from you anymore. Get it in your head and stop trying to distort my words.
It's because you say one thing and mean another. I am reading the meaning behind the words to you. Your actions speak the truth. You climbed the social ladder to prove yourself worthy of coming back to me.
What are you talking about?
You can be very stupid sometimes. 3 years ago, you became the president of your company. That's what I'm talking about.
I did. But what does that have to do with you?
It concerns me. You just don't want to admit that you worked so hard to get me back. But you don't need to be ashamed of your hard work. I'm proud of you. I know you're financially ready to bring me back into your life, but you may need to put in a little more effort mentally.
Ah,
But do not worry. I'm sure that once I'm with you, you will feel safe enough to express your love to me again.
so what do you really mean? You don't really mean anything to me. Are you crazy?
Oh, Liam, you're so slow when it comes to things like this. Okay, I'll be more frank. Thank you for working so hard over the last 10 years to bring me back.
What? You think I became the president to be with you again?
When I found out about it, I was very happy. But at the same time, I'm very worried that you have no way to contact me. That's why I came to find you.
What? What?
Do you understand now?
I do not understand.
I'm saying I'll let you marry me again.
Too difficult to do that.
But why?
Let me be frank. You think I become the president so I can be with you again? But I couldn't contact you, so you contacted me. So, should we get back together now and live happily ever after?
Right, exactly.
Are you dreaming? After we got divorced, my life started going perfectly. I began to have fun both inside and outside of work. Then I started getting promoted, and I started making more friends. Why do I want to come back to you? And you cheated on me when we got married. Just thinking about getting back with you drives me crazy.
Liam, that's not what I meant. I understand you're still dealing with your feelings, but you don't have to be so cruel.
A few days later.
Liam, how dare you block me? I have a new phone just for you.
Why is it you, Alice? Did you change your phone just to get back in touch with me? You are scaring me to death. Leave me alone. I swear if you don't delete my number, I will call the police.
I know you're just trying to hide the fact that you're really happy to hear from me again. But be careful with your words, or I will really get hurt.
I'm not happy at all. I am extremely annoyed, and even a little scared.
Oh, can you tell me your current home address? I should have asked your friend for your address, but I forgot. And when are we going to get the marriage certificate?
Alice, listen. I'm married.
What? What? Did you sign the papers for us? Thank. You have always been a caring man.
No, I'm married to someone else.
What are you talking about, Liam?
I have been married for 6 years. I even have 3 children.
You're lying. Stop joking around. Otherwise, your 10 years of effort to get back to me will be ruined.
How many times do I have to tell you that I don't want to get back with you? Stop putting words in my mouth and ignore everything I say.
But,
First of all, the reason I became president is because I am married to the former president's daughter. After coaching me, he promoted me to president so he could retire. Are you married? 8 years ago, I started being invited to dine at the president's house from time to time because he recognized my hard work. That's where I met his daughter, and we eventually started dating. And then we got married 2 years later. She is a very caring and loving person, unlike you, who has spent all my savings dating other men. Her parents are also very nice and treat me like their own child. Her father taught me everything I needed to learn to become president and gave me the opportunity to reach my true potential. It's not easy to learn everything, and it's not easy to be a president, but I'm proud of what I'm doing now.
what? What? Then how can you marry me? You will divorce her for me, right?
I would never abandon her for anyone else. Don't think I want to come back to you. I really don't want to.
What? How can you say that?
Why are you surprised? I have told you the same thing many times.
But I know you still love me. You only married her because you wanted to be the president like her father. I'm sure your heart aches when you marry her while still thinking about me. But you did all this for me, so that you can be rich to provide a good life for me.
I knew you were selfish, but I didn't know you were so selfish and completely insane.
Once again, you say such cruel words to me.
So you really believe that I married her to get rich to marry you? Let me explain to you why I would never do it for you. My wife is always there and supports me no matter how busy I am with work. Do you know what you did when I had to work overtime? You say, I'm boring and deceive me. So tell me, why would I leave someone who is so loving and supportive of me to get back with someone who doesn't really care about me?
How do you know she's not cheating on you? She probably received a large pension from her rich dad. She doesn't have to spend your money to date other men. So how will you really know? I changed. I don't want to be with anyone but you now.
You don't know anything about my wife. How dare you say that about her? Stop telling me everything you say makes me very angry.
But Liam, a few days later, hey, I am in front of your office. You never told me your home address, so I came here. I will return my apartment keys in a few weeks, so that I can come and live with you. Because I believe in us. After all, we're getting married, aren't we? My parents kicked me out of the house before I married you, so I had nowhere to go. So I'll go home with you after you're done. It's your fault. Be a real man and take responsibility for me. I am waiting for your answer. 15 minutes later.
Liam, pick up the phone. What's happening? I tried to get to your office and the security kicked me out of the building. I came here because I don't know where your home is. I brought the divorce papers for you to give to your wife and the marriage papers for us to sign. I'll wait 10 minutes so you can talk to those guards and let me into your office.
10 minutes later.
Liam, didn't you talk to those guardians? They kicked me out again. Why don't you take a call from the front desk? I'll wait another 5 minutes, so tell the front desk I'm allowed in.
The next day.
Why didn't you come to see me yesterday? The receptionist told me to leave or you will call the police, so I had to leave.
I will sue you.
What? What? You finally sent me an answer.
I already reported it to the police.
Oh.
When you arrived at the entrance yesterday and threw a big tantrum, you spilled boxes with products that were supposed to be sent to our customers yesterday, but we were unable to do so because you damaged them. It's a huge loss for my company, so I hope you have enough money to compensate for the damage you have caused.
What?
You also injure the receptionist and security guard. So I also hope you have enough money to pay their hospital fees and lawsuits. Our attorneys estimate everything to be around $20,000.
$20,000? That's a lot of money, but I think it sounds pretty reasonable.
If you don't want to go to jail, then pay restitution immediately.
That's really unfair. I had debt that I was struggling to pay. How can I pay compensation?
It's the consequences you have to pay for your actions. Take responsibility for it.
What did you just say to me?
I know all about the debt you're talking about. Looks like you are short of money.
What do you mean?
You're being very persistent, so I guess you might have money problems. So I gave the person inquiring about you. You're in debt for chasing men who don't want you. You never learn from your own mistakes, do you? I'm bored with you already. Now I have to go tell my staff what happened yesterday. My attorney will contact you soon.
No, wait. Can we talk face to face? Or at least on the phone?
No.
Afterward. Since many of my employees have known me for many years and have recognized Alice since we were still married, I felt I had to hold a company meeting to explain the mess that had occurred the day before. I explained everything and apologized for the behavior of my ex-wife. It's embarrassing to admit that I've been in love with someone who behaved like that, especially with people who didn't know her before. But luckily, they all understood the situation, and we were able to return to work as usual. After my attorney talked to Alice, she was somehow able to pay for all the damages and hospital bills, so she was ultimately not charged. I think she may have borrowed money to pay it off. I heard she took a shady job to pay her debt, and no one knows what happened to her after that. I'm just glad she disappeared from my life, and hope I never have to see her again.
Hey, I've been eagerly anticipating your message all day long. How are your test results?
Hey! Great news! No abnormalities for the second month in a row.
Really? That is such great news! I'm so glad for you. I really am.
Thank you. I genuinely believe that I'll be okay. It was an absolutely dreadful experience when the doctors informed me of my cancer diagnosis. Despite the grueling nature of the treatment, I'm grateful that I persevered. I feel completely back to normal now. You went above and beyond for me, researching the best medical facilities and arranging my treatments every night. It must have been a lot for you.
I didn't feel like I could do much to help you. I couldn't even be with you on the day of your biggest surgery. I feel really bad about that. And all those god-awful chemo sessions, I wasn't there for them either. You did so well to get through it alone. I know you must have got told this a lot, but you are such an inspiration. I'm not sure I could have done it if I were you.
Even with your move to London, you still managed to get back a lot. It made my day every single time you were able to get back to see me. I know we're husband and wife, but what you did was above and beyond. I hope you know that if you ever need it, I'll do anything to support you in the future.
Thank you. But you really don't have to say anything like that. I made vows to you, and I meant every one of them. Now that you're better, we can finally have the family time that we missed out on when you and Jane come here. I just know he'll love it here. I can't wait to see Jake when you get here.
Wow, 9 years of marriage and you don't want to see me?
Whoops, put my foot in my mouth there. That goes without saying. I'm counting down the days until I see you again. It's not long now. But make sure you enjoy the last bit of your time in New York. I bet you'll miss it a bit when you get here. But look after yourself. Don't push yourself too much.
Okay. Hey, Lucy. Where are you now? I came to the house to pick up Jane, but you aren't here. Bought the house. Could you let me know where you are and I'll come pick him up? Lucy. Nothing's happened, has it?
Oh, hey Kova. Sorry, I forgot to get in touch with you. I should have called you before you went all the way to my house. I'm not gonna beat around the bush here, you're a grown woman. I'm keeping Jake from now on. You should focus on enjoying the rest of the life you have left.
What? You must be joking with me. You can just take my kid. What are you on about?
I meant exactly what I said. I'm taking in Jake as my own. I'm serious. It's going to be easier for you if you just forget about him.
This joke is going too far, Jane. You've pulled some stunts before, but this is too far. What kind of person thinks it's appropriate to spring something like that on someone?
I'm being deadly serious. You've been told you don't have long to live, right? I know you had surgery, but you were told you don't have much more than 5 years left, right?
They said that before, yes. But it hasn't spread, and if nothing else develops, then I'll have a long life.
But doctors always say that. They don't want to be the ones to tell you that you'll kick it soon. It's all just to ease your emotions, though. The cancer won't just disappear. It's just an escape from reality. Kind of nice when you think about it. You get to die in peace.
It isn't just an escape from reality. The cancer hasn't come back, that's a fact. And if it does, they'll give me targeted treatment. Cancer isn't a disease that you have to die from anymore. Times have changed.
Well, even if you are 1 in a million, whose body can magically rid itself of a deadly disease, I'm not giving Jane to you. You won't be taking Jane back, so get used to it. Think about this. If you're only alive for a few more years and then die, wouldn't it be better to not remember you than be hurt when you die? He's only 2. If you separate it now, he'll forget about you pretty soon. If you die, all the people you leave behind are going to have to see Jane suffer. I'm doing this to save everyone so much heartache. Be mature about this. It's the right move. Anyway, you won't be there for him anyway. You won't live long enough to see his first girlfriend, his wedding, his first baby. You'll miss all of it. So what's the point in you being around now?
What on earth gives you the right to be talking to me like this right now? After all the crap I've been through, you're trying to steal my son. I've always hated your delivery, but this really is a special case of terrible. You're acting like it's 100% that I'm going to die, which it's not.
Is it really that bad? I think it's all pretty reasonable, to be honest. You can understand at least a little bit, no? Leo is living abroad. And your body is just a ticking time bomb. I can't leave my precious grandkid with a woman like that. You get it, right?
Stop it, just stop it. I will be the one to raise my child. Consider yourself out of my family. Give me back my son.
It's just not that easy. I can't just give him back to you just because you want him. You do know that I'm not deliberately working against you, right? I will always thank you for bringing Jane into this world. But Leo and Jane have a future. You, on the other hand, don't, right? I'm just acting on that fact. You get it, right? Also, I've already found a new mom for him.
What? A new mom? What is that supposed to mean? A kid can't just get a new mom.
I mean exactly what I said. Do you know Ben's childhood friend, Lizzie? It's her. She's healthy and kind. She'd be a great mother. I always thought it would be great if she became my daughter-in-law. But Leo chose you. I've made my peace with it now. But I've always had this nagging voice in my head telling me that Lizzie would have been better. But now you need to do what's best for your family and forget about them. You're past your expiration date.
Expiration date. All those Christmases together, all those birthdays, now I see your true character.
Well, I have to say it that clearly or you won't understand. You are a bit slow sometimes. I'm not going to tell you where Jane is until you show me that you can be reasonable about this.
Mom took Jane. She's crazy. What is she thinking? She said she wouldn't give him back to you?
Yeah, that's what she said. I tried to fight her, but she wouldn't budge. You know how your mom is. What should I do? This is messed up.
I tried to get in touch with her, but couldn't get through. I can't believe she's pulling this kind of crap. She's my mother, but my God, I hate her sometimes. Wait a second.
What? Is something happening?
I just got a message from one of my old friends from when I was a kid. I know where Jane is.
Are you being serious? Where is he?
He's out her place. Why he's there, I don't know. But she messaged me to let me know he's with her.
That does make some sense. Your mom did say she wanted someone called Lizzie to be his new mom.
That's her. What on earth is Mom thinking? She's gone too far with this one. Also, Lizzie is already married.
What? Is that right?
Mom ought to know about it. Lizzie has a kid the same age as Jane. Mom really is crazy. It seems that Mom rushed Jane over to Lizzie's house and left him there with little explanation. Of course, Lizzie looked after him and he's been fine the whole time he's been there. I'm having a chat to Lizzie now about it. I'm sorry, but I want to go and talk to Lizzie directly. But I can from here. I think it's better to chat to her in person about it. Would you mind going?
Don't worry about it. Of course I'll go. It's not like I'm going to leave Jane with someone else. I'll get him.
Have you calmed down yet? Did you sign the divorce papers that I sent through?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's still the morning now. You know I sent through the papers, right? What's up with you? You're really weird sometimes.
I'm sorry, I always get mistaken with time differences. It's the afternoon over here.
What? It's definitely morning. Oh, you must be tired or something. It's probably the cancer coming back. Anyway, you're able to relax now that you don't have kids to worry about. You aren't a mother anymore, remember?
I don't care what you have to say to me. Could you stop messaging me already? I won't be getting divorced and I won't be giving Jane up.
What are you on about? You've already lost him. I've put him somewhere safe. You need to calm down a bit.
And you called me slow. We moved abroad. Jane is by my side now. Our whole family is watching TV at the moment.
Wow, wait just a second. What are you on about? How can you be talking about the whole family when Jane is here?
He's not in New York now. I went and got him from Lizzie's place.
What? Why? How? I don't understand. But yesterday Lizzie told me that Jane was doing fine at her place?
She was waiting until we all got to London to tell you that Jane wasn't with her anymore. Now you can leave us alone. You've already caused enough damage, don't cause any more. I can't believe you kidnapped my son. You're lucky I didn't have you arrested. Fortunately, your plan had holes big enough a plane could fly through them, so we took advantage of that and flew out of the country.
Arrested? You wouldn't dare! Now how did you get in touch with Lizzie? I don't believe it. There's no way you could have found her so quickly.
I mean, you said it yourself that Lizzie was Leo's childhood friend, so we were able to get in touch right away. She texted Leo straight away that Jake was with her. Because Leo was away, I went and spoke to Lizzie directly when I got her details. She told me that you dropped Jane off with her with barely a word of explanation. You're despicable. Dragging Lizzie into your crazy ideas.
Lizzie wouldn't have betrayed me. I've known her for years. She's always adored me. She's completely different to pathetic little you. She's a great woman.
I agree, she is a great woman. That's why she told me about what you've been up to. She helped us get out to London smoothly. Also, Lizzie is married and has a kid. You're saying that Leo could remarry with her. She said there would be no chance of that ever happening. She was so shocked when I told her that. What were you thinking? Where did your thought process come from seriously?
You're such a liar. I finally understand how low you'll stoop. Lizzie's loved Leo forever. If I were the one to tell her to marry Leo, I'm almost certain she would have trusted me and done it.
Wow, you really thought about this a lot. Well, it doesn't matter to me what you think. We're cutting ties with you. Leo and I are going to change our numbers. And we aren't going to tell you our new address, or where we plan to be when we go back to America. So, enjoy the rest of your life alone.
That cancer must have spread to your brain if you think I'm gonna let you get away with this. I hope it finishes you off this time.
Oh, shut up. But I'll say thanks for one thing. Thanks for watching Jane while I was in hospital. I hope you enjoyed your time with him because you'll never be seeing him again. I hope you took plenty of pictures because that's it. Your relationship with my family has hit its expiration date. Lucy appeared to doubt the truth of my statement, prompting her to unleash chaos at Lizzie's house. Upon spotting Lucy at the door, Lizzie pretended to be unavailable. Lucy appeared visibly furious. Lizzie then blocked all other forms of contact, but Lucy didn't stop there. While Lizzie was out shopping with her child, Lucy followed them closely and subsequently abducted Lizzie's son. In a bizarre twist of events within Lucy's mind, she began to believe that Lizzie's child was Jane. Consequently, Lizzie contacted the police and had Lucy apprehended. Fortunately, Lizzie's son returned home unharmed. I dread to think what would have happened if he hadn't. Despite being Lucy's first reported kidnapping offense, She received a severe punishment due to the gravity of tampering with children, jail time. Once she was apprehended, it seemed that she finally regretted her actions. Nevertheless, as we have cut all ties with her, it no longer matters to us. When the police reached out to Leo, he made it clear that he wanted no involvement with her. It appears that Lucy developed a dislike towards me ever since we met. She saw my diagnosis as her lucky break, but her disappointment and subsequent madness were evident when I recovered. Her actions had such a devastating impact that it not only ruined her life, but it also left me struggling to adapt to mine.
Hey! What are you doing? The house is totally a mess, don't you know? The kitchen and bathroom sinks are full of mildew. You haven't washed the dishes yet. People using it, when are you going to come back home and start getting the chores around the house done?
Mom, I'm just trying to get some rest. Don't you remember I'm pregnant? I'm at my parents' now. It's like an hour away from back home. I can't go back right now.
Are you talking me back now? I'll teach you a lesson. Is being pregnant a disease? Are you disabled or sick? So if you get sick, what you're telling me is that you can't do anything on your own and have to be babied? You should be moving around more because of the fact that you're about to give birth. That's how people give birth easily, by exercising and moving around. Don't just lay on bed all day long. You've never had a kid yet, so listen to the person who's already had 3 kids. Because I know more than you. And what do you mean you're at your parents'? Don't play with me, Ruby. When did you have a place to go called your parents'? So now your sister is your parent? When did things become that way?
Well, Emily. It's just a figure of speech. She's my only blood. And she pretty much is what I call back home now.
It's the same thing with your sister too. Shouldn't she tell you that you should go and rest up with your in-laws instead of going and bugging her? But she's the one that wanted to take care of you until you give birth. How silly it is. As if she's trying to show off that you guys really don't have parents. You should know that it's rude and inconvenient to take away someone else's daughter-in-law like that. Because now what are we supposed to do? The house is all messed up and she's just gonna watch the chaos happen?
That's enough, Emily. Now you're gonna drag my sister into your slander and disrespect her as if it wasn't enough doing it to me? There's no reason why my sister should be hearing these disgusting comments from you.
Who are you defending right now? You've got married and she's not your family anymore. You're ours now, she has nothing to do with you anymore. And if she knows that, she should have already stepped away from this whole thing. But she went as far as to take you away from the house. How's this normal? What does she know about resting up anyway? She's too young and inexperienced for that.
Emily, my sister already has 2 kids and she's a mom too, just like you. And if anything, she's done a better job at taking care of her health than whatever you've been doing when it comes to this matter.
Stop talking nonsense, Ruby. Get back home right now. You need to clean the house and make some food for us to eat. We don't know when the kid is gonna come out, it could be any time now. So make sure you focus on the curtains, bed sheets, windows, and toilets. Clean them all. And don't forget about the stew that I want you to make. You can make a pot of it and stick it in the refrigerator for us to eat later. Your father-in-law doesn't like not having some sort of vegetable to eat for every meal. So be sure to make different sides with vegetables. Oh, while you're at it, go ahead and use that frozen seafood up in the freezer so we can get rid of it. You should be doing all of this on your own, Ruby. I shouldn't have to tell you to do everything. Do I really need to take my time with all of this? What is it that you can do on your own? You're really good for nothing. There's a ton of stuff to get done at home. But you want to lay around at your sister's house and do nothing and be lazy all day. Anyway, get back to the house. I'm ordering you, Ruby.
Mom, let me tell you that I'm just not gonna be able to do all of that even if I were to go back home now. I wouldn't be able to do it all today. I've been feeling some pain in my abdomen because the baby's been weighing me down low. And I have no idea when my water might break. If you care about the child inside of my stomach at least a little bit, please don't tell me to do chores right now.
How convenient using your pregnancy as an excuse to get out of literally anything, Ruby. If you feel pain, then you feel pain. It's normal for water to break to give birth and feel pain. Do you think that you are going to keep the baby in your stomach forever? What are you going to call yourself a mom when you're too scared of your water breaking and want to use it as an excuse to get out of things?
That's not what I meant to say. Why are you twisting everything I say?
I don't want to hear anything from you, Ruby. If I don't see you come back home and take care of the house, you'll know what's coming for you. I don't need a lazy daughter-in-law like you. You can't even do the basics. I'm gonna make you get a divorce.
Oh, really? I guess I'm getting a divorce. So be it. I was getting sick and tired of you anyway.
What did you just say? Do you really think that you'll be able to take care of a newborn by yourself after getting divorced? You must be out of your mind. It is being able to spend someone else's hard-earned money to eat nice meals and sleep under a sturdy roof, isn't it? You going to finally realize how stupid you were when you end up having to live under the bridge on boxes and eating rotten food.
I was just going to listen to what you had to say, but it's starting to actually get on my nerves.
I'm not gonna forgive you even if you come back later bawling your eyes out and begging for forgiveness.
Is this the 12th century? Who lives like this anymore? I can't believe that an evil mother-in-law like you still exists in this time and age. It just doesn't make sense.
What? What? Are you saying that yourself, or have you finally gone mad? How dare you talk like that to your mother-in-law? Get your slick behind over here and get down on your knees and apologize to me. Hurry up, Ruby.
What are you even talking about? What makes you think that I even want to beg for forgiveness? Look, old lady. You treat my sister like a slave and look down on me all the time. I don't know if your son marry a wife if you want to hire an unpaid housemaid? I believe that's the latter. Because of the fact that our parents passed away early in our lives, you always call me an orphan. Is that a way to entertain yourself? You're always saying all these horrible things to me. I've been getting treated like dirt, and now I won't let this happen anymore.
What? Are you insane, Ruby? I'm teaching you, as my daughter-in-law, how to become an actual good daughter-in-law. I just do the best for you. You are now in our family, so you're under my control.
No, Emily. You're gonna make me get a divorce? Cool. That is the best for me now. When is a good time for filing for divorce? I'll be needing some rest after I give birth, so maybe we should get it started now before it happens too late. I'm fine with it happening literally tomorrow. So maybe send your son over so we can take care of this matter.
What did you just say? How dare you say that to me? The time getting divorced is in my decision. You can't get involved, this is my business. It has nothing to do with you, and you have no right at all. If you're really that bored, how about you go ahead and come over here, make some food, clean the house up. Or you can ask for your sister help. Let come over every 2 days and be our cleaning lady while you're resting. Once you can get these things done, I'll stop bothering you. How does that sound, Ruby?
Do you know that what you're doing is inhumane and bothersome? Were you raised on a farm? What is this that you're doing right now? Being all rude, dehumanizing me, treating me like a slave. Did you grow up being taught that it was okay to do that to other people? Or did nobody tell you what's right and wrong? If so, there's no surprise when you're acting like this.
What did you say to me? How dare you? I'm your mother-in-law. Your parents didn't teach you how to talk with the older? Oh, that's right, an orphan never knows that. So let me teach you. I tried to show you some respect because after all you're still my in-law. But you want to treat me like garbage. So are you saying that you're fine with your divorced?
I told you that I'm completely on the same page with you. My husband can't protect me from a cruel woman, so why do I need him anymore? So let's get on. Do you not understand English or something? Why are you making me repeat myself?
You're going to regret talking to me like that.
Don't talk to me anymore. It's not funny and honestly, it's pathetic that you aged backward like this. Stop it now.
Did my son go over to your place? Tell him to get back here now. How dare you to take my son away from me? Before I head over there myself and destroy everything in sight, hurry up and convince him to come back here. You understand?
Emily, I just gave birth 4 days ago. I'm taking a break.
I have nothing more to say or talk about with you. Tell my son to get back home now.
Is it really that hard for you to show some respect around here? You are always being so rude, Emily. Stop showing off how uneducated you are and please start talking with a bit more esteem.
What? What are you saying? I guess you need a lesson.
By the way, I don't think your son is gonna go back home. At least not anymore.
What?
Because I didn't speak a word about you bullying me, he had no idea what was going on behind the doors. I saw that you acted extremely differently when Isaac was around. So you're gonna do the two-faced thing? When he's not around, you act like the world's greatest mom and mother-in-law to be alive. How did you become such a barbaric person like that, Emily? This is all coming back to you for everything that you've done. It says it all when your own son that you gave birth to wants to cut ties with you.
What? My son is cutting ties with me? How?
Yes, at least that's what he told me. You better get ready.
There's no way he'd actually do or say something like that. It must have been you that brainwashed him. Whatever, tell him answer my phone call. He should be able to believe me if I explain everything to him.
I've recorded all of our conversation. And he told me that he can't see you as his mother anymore. He decided this on his own. He wants to protect his wife and his newborn child.
What? How do I know that the kid is actually my son's child? I realize that you wear makeup when going outside without my son. Sometimes I see you come back home a little later than usual. You must be seeing another guy.
You are kidding, right? Just because I come home late doesn't mean I cheat on my husband. And I want to take care of myself. I want my appearance to be gentle when going outsides. That's why I wear makeup. Unlike me, you're just an old and grumpy woman. No one wants to make friend with you.
You!
No one wants to make friend with you. I've been putting up with you since day one. So I don't have to tolerate anymore. I know that you have no friends. And no one cares about you when you're going out. So you choose me as a place where you leave off STEM. Poor me. Why don't I realize that sooner? So stop it here. I don't want to see you get any lower than you are at now.
You must have made up all the things about me. Give the phone to my son. Right now.
I have to tell you that's such a useless thing in the world. Your son is not robot. You can't expect he'll do whatever you tell. He knows what's right and wrong. You manipulate him so well, Emily. But he's not your son anymore. He's my husband.
Okay, you succeed in brainwashing my son. You two mustn't come back my house again. Let's see how are you two doing in the future.
Are you out of your mind, Emily? What's your house? You moved into living with me right after the wedding. I bought that house for me and my husband.
Whatever. I'm not going anywhere.
Right, you can stay. I know I can't force you to go just by words. So I come up with an idea. But I've just sold that house for a new owner. They are coming to renovate the house. Don't you think they let you stay, Emily?
What the heck are you saying? You sold that house?
Yeah. I have the right because I'm the owner.
But what about the furniture and stuffs?
I don't care. You can bring or sell it for some else to earn some money. I and my husband will live with my sister now. We never come back to that house.
Hold on a second, Ruby. I know I'm so wrong now. I regret what I've done. This old woman is begging you for your forgiveness. I don't want to come back the countryside. I'm afraid of living a poor life again.
Huh? Yeah, when you live in my house, you are like a queen. But how I can do now, I sold my house already.
Over the years, I've come to realize that I've treated you unfairly. As if you were nothing more than a servant in this household. I want to sincerely apologize for my behavior. I've come to understand the depth of the pain I've caused you. You've been a lovely daughter-in-law. I failed to recognize your worth beyond household chores and responsibilities. I see now that I have taken you for granted. You must be feeling unappreciated and constantly burdened.
What? How you can be two-faced like that?
No, Ruby. I'm telling what I think. I regret now. I've also realized that my behavior stemmed from the fear of losing control as my role in the family shifted. I now see that our relationship can be so much more than that. I want to be a mother figure to you, a confidant, and a friend.
Okay, you should have become a director. Your words is so incredible. But I don't change my mind. For what you've done to me, I can't forgive you.
Please, Ruby.
Don't you think your faults are easily forgiven?
I know, but no one doesn't make mistake. I believe if you forgive me, we can go back like we used to be.
It's so ridiculous, my great mother. We used to be in a relationship between master and servant. Nothing's happy here. You must be out of your mind, Emily. I have to rest now. My headache is coming back. I don't want to waste my time talking with you. So never contact me or my husband again.
Please, Ruby. Ruby.
We cut ties with my mother-in-law and now we're on our own. I started to live in a rather small house, but having a rather blessed life. A much better life and looks quite rejuvenated. It makes me feel better. Emily would never know how to treat another human being with respect. And she needs to take what she deserved. Hey, Orla. Guess what? I have exciting news for you.
What's going on, Flora? Did something good happen?
No, you don't understand. It's not just ordinary news. That's super exciting news.
Then hurry up and tell me about it.
Oh, you'll love it. I finally broke up with my boyfriend. I broke up with him.
Well, is that so? You mean the married loser is cheating on you? I mean, I told you not to marry a married man, didn't I? I also tell you to break up with him as soon as possible. Well, I guess it's great now that you finally understand why I said those things.
Sorry for worrying you all this time. From now on, I will have a healthy love life. That means I wouldn't date a married man.
Hey, Flora. I love it. Looks like you're going back to being like you were in the old days.
Oh yes, and I have another confession to make. I already have a new lover.
Do you have a new boyfriend? You didn't waste time.
Ha, not even a second. The real reason I broke up with my ex was because of my current boyfriend.
Yes, I can guess. Maybe I should take back what I said about you getting back to the old days.
What can I say? Anyway, I fell in love at first sight. I knew our love was destined to blossom from the first time I met him. In that moment, I decided that I had to leave my ex for this wonderful new man. I dropped my ID on the bus the day before. He picked it up for me and followed me through 10 stations ahead just to give it back to me.
Oh, that's great. Seems like a really nice guy, right?
Right. He is a gentleman. Oh, I just know that he fell in love with me right away and followed me just to see me again.
Oh, are you kidding me? Do you understand yourself?
He could have given it to the bus driver, but he gave it to me. The saying love makes miracles is true. And to show my gratitude, I invited him to lunch. We got to know each other, and that's how we ended the date.
God, my brain just can't keep up with the pace of your dating process.
This is how it feels to finally meet that person. You will understand one day. Everything went very smoothly because we had the intention from the beginning.
Oh yes, of course.
So when I contact you next time, I can invite you to our wedding.
Yes, that's great.
Hey, that's not the answer I was looking for. You have to say that you will get married before me.
Why do I say that?
I mean, it's nice to get dating advice from you. But sometimes you need to focus on yourself before meddling in someone else's life. You should put more effort into your dating life. Now is not the time to interfere in my affairs.
All right. Don't worry about me. My love life is very good. You're always asking a lot of questions, so that's why I'm giving you dating advice.
Unlike you, I'm an expert in dating, and that's just my advice to you. The love of your life only comes to you when you least expect it. You should start improving yourself as a woman to get ready when a good man appears in your life.
I think I'm doing a good job as a woman, thanks. Plus, I'm getting married soon.
Wait, is this a joke? Are you planning to get married?
You talk about yourself all the time when you're with me, so I don't get a chance to tell you. I have had a lover for a long time and I have decided to marry him.
How do I not know anything about this? Are you kidding?
Someone I thought was your friend proposed to me a long time ago. Something happened in between and now we're getting married. Well, it all went very smoothly, so by your logic, I have met the love of my life.
Wait.
When the wedding date is confirmed, I will let you know. Of course, you will be invited.
I cannot believe this.
Why do you say that?
I'm saying I can't believe you're going to get married before me. Oh, this is unacceptable. You are so inexperienced in dating. How could this happen?
Why are you so mad? Shouldn't you congratulate me? It's a common reaction when a friend announces they're getting married.
Why should I congratulate you?
So what's wrong with you?
Okay, this is how it should be. I should get married first. I can't lose to you in anything.
Wait, what do you mean by losing? Marriage is not a contest. What is happening to you?
Of course it is. Ever since we were kids, you've always been inferior to me, and it will always be.
Oh. You have lost your mind.
No, it's very simple. You're not allowed to get married before me, and that's all. Understand it with your head, okay?
A few hours later.
Hey Orla. Looks like I'll be home late today. My friend had a wedding, and we were drinking to celebrate.
Oh, if so, have a good time. Just be careful about how much alcohol you drink.
Of course. Have you told your friends yet? If you have any plans with anyone, you can go, never mind me.
Thank you very much. But I think I will decline that offer. All my close friends live far away, and my only childhood friend is mad at me for some reason as well.
Mad at you? Why?
I told her that we will get married soon. She told me she couldn't believe that I would get married before her, and was very angry. She treated the whole thing as if it were a contest or something.
Well, I guess some people take this pretty seriously, don't they?
From a young age, she had a huge ego and always wanted to be number one in everything. Once, I started dating a guy who was older than me, and she started saying that she could find a better boyfriend than me. And the guy she found was a married freak, twice her age.
What?
Then I guess she got caught up in the excitement of dating married men. She will also ask for advice, but all of that is really just bragging on her part. However, she is my childhood friend, so I can't leave her alone. So I was just trying to convince her to break up with him.
Seems like a crazy job.
I didn't even know she was competing with me even in marriage. But I was shocked that she didn't say congratulations when I told her about us.
Hey, cheer up. So how about we get married before her? Let's see how she reacts.
Are you serious?
Actually, someone recently recommended me a wedding venue. I took a look at it during a break from work, and it's a beautiful place. I'm sure you like it too, Orla.
Now you've got my attention.
So my plan is that we go see the place together this weekend, and if you like, let's sign the contract on the spot. And before your crazy friend says anything, get married happily.
So early?
You should say sorry to her for having a happy marriage in the most ironic way possible. Oh, I'd love to see her reaction.
Wow, I didn't know you had such a personality in you. But you know, I don't have the guts to do such a thing.
No. A friend who cannot congratulate a friend's wedding is not a true friend at all. And it sounds like she's looking down on you. Maybe it's time for you to definitely win her.
You think she'll give up on this whole pointless contest if we get married first?
Of course. For the irrational types of people who look down on you, the best thing you can do is show them how happy and content you are with your life. Okay, I made reservations this weekend to see some places. I've booked appointments at 3 different locations just in case, so let's pick a venue for this weekend's wedding.
Well, I guess we're doing this already. But really, thank you. I am looking forward to this weekend.
2 weeks later.
Hey, Orla. Guess? I have big news for you.
Now, what happened?
I told you last time, don't you remember? I said that the next time I contact you, it's because I'm getting married. My prediction was correct.
Wait, really? You will get married?
Exactly. My boyfriend proposed to me.
Oh. Everything happened faster than I thought.
Last time we met him, he was talking to me about the wedding venue. This is the clearest sign that he wants to marry me.
Wait a minute.
And the places he gives examples are my favorite places. If he doesn't really love me, I know things like this are impossible.
Hey, wait, Flora, I need to ask you a question. Did he really propose to you?
What do you mean?
Well, hearing your story doesn't sound like he's proposing to you.
I know you still insist that I'm getting married before you. So I understand you're jealous, but can you stop saying ridiculous things? This is a marriage proposal, what else could it be? We will get married and it has been decided.
Well, I hope that is indeed the case. I will say congratulations now.
Thank. Well, the news isn't over yet.
What else?
Oh, you didn't expect this. My fiancé is actually your boyfriend.
You are too funny. You don't even know my boyfriend. You didn't know he existed until recently.
I couldn't accept that you got married before me, so I followed you home so I saw his face. That's what I decided to get in between the two. I was just flirting with him, didn't think he would propose to me right away.
Are you kidding?
That must be why he was in such a hurry to marry me. Right after he proposed to you, he met the true love of his life, which is me.
That is really not possible.
Oh, I totally get that you can hardly accept all of this at once. But sooner or later you will find out the truth. Because it's only a matter of time until he dumps you. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Sorry I saw your fiancé. Above all, forgive me for being married first.
My fiancé is laughing a lot right now.
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
He says he can't believe you're the creepy guy he met on the bus. He thinks you're a new, undiscovered species. He laughs so much, I almost feel sorry for you.
Why is he smiling? What's funny?
Of course you won't understand. I have never known a person who could be so overconfident.
Wait a minute, this typing. Is this Zane? Hey baby, I know you're pretending because you're in front of Orla.
Zane took Orla's phone and texted.
We are getting married soon and we have a lifetime of happiness ahead of us.
What are you acting weird?
I gave your ID to you, it's true. But another fact is that I don't do it with romantic intentions. You said you loved me at first sight? That's why I gave it to you. You are a crazy woman. I have some work to do around that area, and I believe I told you when I gave it to you.
Well, I think you were lying to hide your true feelings towards me. I know you want to see me again.
Oh, you can't be saved. Maybe you should see a psychologist. You are completely delusional.
We even had lunch together, remember? It's our anniversary. We started dating from that day.
Wait. Are you talking about the coffee shop we went to? We don't go. I go in alone and you rush into that cafe like a hungry mad dog. Then you just sit at a nearby table. You haven't even said a word.
Well, even though we didn't sit together, we ate at the same restaurant. That means we ate together.
What the hell are you talking about?
And if we can have lunch together, it means you feel comfortable around me.
Wait, I know you're crazy, but now you're scaring me.
I'm not crazy or scary. Stop being so mean to me. You see me again a few days later on the same bus. That's when you told me about the wedding plans. Oh, that's the proposal, it's so obvious. I know how you feel about me, stop doing that.
I didn't talk to you about the wedding, you came to me and started that conversation. I've got a flyer for the wedding venue, and you're talking about how much you love it. I mean, you're the only one talking.
You heard.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Get up and leave? We are on a bus. What kind of crazy man would want to propose to a woman like you?
Oh, it's too much. You lied to me.
So, are you a victim? Oh my gosh, I really go crazy just hearing you talk. You really are a clown.
This cannot happen to me.
From what I heard from Orla, I thought you were just a freak with a big ego. Now, I know that you are a liar who needs these false stories to feed your giant ego. You are much worse than someone with a big ego.
You are insulting me. You are an asshole.
Well, I'd like to apologize for everything being clear. My work here is done. I only request to you is not to disturb my beautiful fiancé anymore.
A few months later.
Hey Orla. Why did you send me your wedding invitation? You two are too bad for me. Do you really think I'm going to attend this wedding?
Well, I wasn't going to invite you, but Zane thinks you should have some final proof that the two of you are definitely not an item.
Tell him not to talk to me anymore. No soul on earth wants to attend your wedding. I'm refusing no matter what.
Yes, that's right for you.
I know deep down you're looking down on me because I'm still single and you're getting married. You two are the worst couple ever.
No, actually I don't think so at all. Whatever has happened recently, you are still my oldest friend. As for me, I really want you to come to my wedding.
That is too bad. I'm not happy enough to go to your wedding. I will marry a man much better than you, and I will meet many people every day to get there.
I didn't know you would go that far.
Even if you are winning now, I will be the one to defeat you in the end. I will marry a rich and handsome man, you wait and see.
Wedding day.
Help me, Orla. I need you by my side.
Hey, what happened?
I just really need your help right now. The wedding is over, isn't it? Do you have a lot of gifts? I need you to get those and go to the cowboy bar right now.
Hey, I don't understand what's going on. Calm down and can you explain your situation?
Someone dropped their wallet when they were leaving. And I thought maybe this was an omen that I would meet my next lover, so I ran to give it back.
Oh, that's your good. That's the Flora I know and love.
But what happened is now he said that I stole some money in my wallet before returning it.
Oh, right?
Of course not. And I tried to tell him I would never do that. But several others have sided with him. They said I looked suspicious. Then one person said they would see me intentionally dropping the item before.
What does that mean? What do they mean when you always drop things?
Oh, good. Let me tell you the truth. My strategy is to drop things and see who picks them up to find my soulmate. Then I can brag to you about how I met my fiancé.
Is that your strategy?
Yes. I dropped things like my ID and exchanged phone numbers with people who picked them up for me. But I haven't met anyone yet.
Because you always do. People are suspecting you of a crime you didn't commit. I don't think people think so.
Hey, please, help me out. People are saying I stole it. No one believes me. A childhood friend like you must be on my side. I need you to tell people that I'm someone who would never do something like that. Say it in front of everyone.
Oh, no way.
Why?
As your childhood friend and know you, I think you stole it too. There's no way I can convince all those people that you're innocent.
Wait.
And moreover, if I help you here, you might think I've forgiven you for everything you've done to Zane and me.
Do not say that.
I just finished my wedding and I feel like I'm on top of the world. So can you please not bother me? See you again. Good luck with your little trouble.
After that, Flora was able to clear up the misunderstanding, but that wasn't the last time she was accused of fraud by people after they found her strange. Moreover, a lot of places have caught her and she has been blacklisted because the bad guy who specializes in dropping things is trying to scam guys. That's what I heard. Now she's been banned from a lot of bars, so I heard she started trying her luck at the mall. When she saw the mall full of teenagers, she looked even scarier than before.
Hey. Did you get home already? I'm heading home now.
You're not home already. Where are you?
I went to say hi to a friend. Once the baby is born, I'll have less time to go out, you know. I thought I should see people while I still can.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. But you should get home as soon as you can. Be careful, okay? You can't see your feet at the moment. I don't want you to trip over or anything.
I'm fine. You worry too much about me. I can take care of myself. I'm just a bit tired from talking too much. Would you make me dinner when I get home?
I prepared it already. I'm taking care of the laundry too. Anything else you want me to do?
Thanks so much, darling. That's more than enough.
Did you drive there? If not, I can come pick you up. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll come over.
Okay. Oh, I just realized I left some books on the table in the backyard. It's raining now.
Don't worry, I saw it. When I got home, I already bought them inside for you.
Great. I should have known I could count on. Can you also clean the shower and vacuum the floor before I get back?
No problem.
You're the best, Dan. I haven't vacuumed in about 2 weeks. The place is probably really filthy by now.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. But I realized there has been a lot of dust bunnies lately.
Yeah, cleaning is hard on my swollen ankles. And I can't bend down because my stomach is in the way. I'm scared I might slip and fall.
That's totally understandable. Then leave the cleaning to me.
Thank you so much, Dan. I'm sorry for relying on you to do the housework so often.
No problem, I don't mind doing it. This is an important time for you. So we both need to be careful.
Right. Speaking of which, I was wondering if you could cook everything from now on. It's really a lot of work for me.
All of them? I could try, but I don't know how good they'll turn out. You're so much better at cooking than me. I just know a few pasta dishes and sandwich recipes.
But it's painful for me to stand up lately. Even going shopping is really difficult for me. I can at least make lunch for myself. So I only need breakfast and dinner. But making breakfast for two before work might be tough for me. Just wake up earlier than usual, then you could do it, right?
I'm already waking up extra early to do the laundry. Plus I'm doing every other little chore that needs to be taken care of.
But you're not being pregnant. You said you would always treasure me when we got married. Are you lying?
Look, I'm extra busy right now. I'm already leaving earlier than usual. We're really understaffed. But we just got a really good new employee. So sooner or later, I'll be able to leave at the usual time.
What do you mean? Sooner or later? When will it be?
I'm sure it won't be long. It was her first day today, but she's already accomplished a lot. Once my workload gets lighter, I'll be able to be at home more.
Then will you be able to take care of the cooking?
I think I can, but I don't want to make any promises though.
Okay, fine. Even if you won't promise, I'm still going to take that as your word. I didn't know that you got someone new at work. She seems good?
Yeah, she seems pretty good so far. She changed jobs mid-career, so she's not just some new graduate. She used to work at a big company. And she's very professional.
Why would someone like that want to work at your company?
Who knows? She said she wanted to test her skills in a new environment.
Are you sure she didn't just get fired? Like she was abusing the other staff or something?
She doesn't seem like that kind of person. Now that you mention it, there was one weird thing about her.
What do you mean weird?
I think what she said is a little weird.
I told you. Something's not right with someone who leaves a bigger company for a smaller one. I wouldn't necessarily say that anyway.
She just asked me if I was married, so I told her yes. And she had a lot of questions for some reason.
She seems really curious about you. That's so creepy. She wants to know about her boss's wife? Why?
I really don't know.
She seemed more interested in you than the job. It's a little weird, right? Wait a minute. Could she be into you? I very highly doubt that she must be. There's no other explanation. She'll probably start flirting with you soon.
I don't think so. She didn't come across like that to me. You never know what someone is really thinking. Be careful, okay?
When are you coming home? Dan? You suddenly went out. Did something happen? I can't believe you just leave me at home while I'm pregnant.
I'm here. Calm down, baby. I went to meet a friend from work.
You don't mean that creepy newcomer?
That's the one.
Are you serious? Tell me you're kidding. You really went out with a woman who has a crush on you. Can't believe it.
Come on, Lena. She doesn't have a crush on me. She had something important to tell me about.
Is there something that requires you to go and see her alone? That's basically cheating. From now on, you make the dinner. That's punishment for cheating.
Cook dinner yourself. I'm never doing it for you again.
Excuse me? I thought we had a deal. Have you forgotten I'm pregnant?
And I'm not cleaning up after you anymore either.
What happened to you? Why are you acting like this? I knew that girl was bad news. Is she making you be like this?
Listen up, Lena. The baby has to take a DNA test.
What?
If it turns out that I'm really the father, I'll go back to doing everything like I said. And I'll raise the child with you.
What are you talking about? DNA test? Why would you say something like that? It almost sounds like you're planning to divorce me or something.
Yes, that's true.
What brought this on out of the blue? What did I ever do to you?
You think I don't know? You think you can hide it forever? You've been cheating on me for a year with a married man. I hope you had fun sneaking around.
Are you crazy? As if I would ever do that. Did your coworker do something weird to you? Is this her influence?
Yeah, she did. She told me everything about.
What? You've been doing behind my back. Obviously, she's deceiving you. She just wants to steal you away from me. Don't believe her lies.
That's not who she is. She doesn't want to steal me. In contrast, she wants to protect me.
What do you mean?
Her name is Lisa. Does this name sound familiar? Think about the man you dated with. Lisa is his wife.
Stop it. I don't know anyone named Lisa.
Don't play dumb. I've seen proof Lisa gave me. You can't run from this. Lisa's been investigating you both for a long time.
What do you mean? Investigating?
She realized her husband was cheating on her months ago. So she started looking into it. And she found out the woman he was cheating with was you, Lena. She even found out about me and the company I work at.
What? Are you insane? She's obsessed with me or something?
She transferred to my company in order to get close to me. With her credentials, it must have been a walk in the park to transfer over here. But it seems like she was already looking for a change of pace before any of this happened. Once she started working here, she met me, and that's when she took the opportunity to ask about you.
Something doesn't add up. This is really weird. Why would you do any of this? I don't get it. I mean, to go as far as to change jobs just so she can investigate? I don't believe it.
She's a perfectionist. She said if she doesn't investigate everything herself, she'll never be satisfied. So she kept acting in secret, looking into everything, and continued to find proof of her husband's infidelity. And it seems she has quite a grudge against you.
Against me? What did I do?
About a year ago, she was planning to have a house built for her parents. But because of her husband, she won't be able to do that now.
What? But that has nothing to do with me.
Lisa's husband spent a lot of money on you. All of that money was supposed to be for her parents. But it turns out Lisa was adopted. So they're not actually blood related, and she wanted to build them a home as a thank you for raising her.
So what?
All the money he spent on you was actually the money she had saved up for her parents. But he spent all of it taking you out to hotels and buying expensive items. Lisa's dad passed away. And in the end, she wasn't able to build the house for him like she wanted.
That has nothing to do with me. It's not like I forced him to spend that money.
That's not what I heard. You coaxed him into spending money on you. Didn't you begging and pleading him to buy everything you wanted? You always do. Your greediness sowed the seeds of this whole situation.
So I'm the bad guy now? Have you even thought about why you got cheated in the first place?
You want to try and tell me it's my fault that you cheated?
Sure. You should apologize to me for making me cheat on you. Before we got married, you said you'd go work at a bigger company and get a higher salary. But because it's a worthwhile job, You keep working there with no sign of quitting. How long till you get a better salary?
But I got a promotion. And my salary is pretty good for a small company.
No, it's not pretty good. It's nowhere near enough. I want to go shopping.
So you can buy more expensive handbags? If that's what you're going to splurge money on, you should save it for the future.
You see. This is exactly why you get cheated on. He's so much better than you. He works for a big company. And he makes twice what you do.
So he's your favorite then? Obviously.
If I want to, I can leave you in the dirt and just marry him instead.
What about the baby?
Well, I'll get a DNA test, just like you said. If it's not his baby, I'll give it to you to raise. I don't want a baby with poor man.
If it's poor person genetics, I think you should worry about him more than me.
What? Why you say that?
Since he's unemployed.
No, he's not. What do you mean?
Did you listen to anything I just said? Were you listening to me? He stole his wife's savings and used it up on you. Remember now? Why would a guy who makes twice my salary need to do something like that? Since it raises the risk of his cheating being discovered.
I don't know. More money is always better than less. Where is this going?
You still don't get it? I'll let you into a secret. About his job and his money. He was lying about all that stuff. The truth is he was unemployed while his wife worked as the breadwinner. On top of that, he got addicted to gambling and racked up a pretty big debt. He then harassed Lisa to take care of that debt.
That's a lie. He's kind and smart and a great guy.
I'm sure he was, but I'm also sure he was putting on an act to try and seduce you. After he got married, he changed and started treating his wife like a slave. That's what Lisa told me.
She's lying for sure.
On top of that, his parents are a doozy. So the poor bride will have to deal with all three of them. If that's what you want, go ahead. I won't stop you.
Hold on a minute. Is all of this true?
Why don't you find out for yourself? But now I have to divorce with you. I can't spend my life with a jerk like you. Bye.